You know, when you think about it, really anything with muscle is going to be too tough to bite into. So I think maybe the cheeks are tastier.
You're making a lot of sense. Wait, what do you mean by cheeks? Like the top or the bottom?
Yes.
I hope Brendan's doing all right.
Well, he's a good swimmer. Wait. Do you hear it?
Tower, this is Gizmo. This is Air Gizmo. We've located the missing ship.
I spotted the 2 survivors on the east side.
Need a ride?
A few moments later.
Tower, we've secured the survivors. Send coordinates to the nearest medical port.
All right, boys, sit tight. This is going to be a gnarly takeoff.
Alright, no issues on my end here. When you're ready, hit the little thingy-majiggy-doo over there.
Wait, what is that in the water? What the fuck?
First time listener, long time caller. Nice to be here.
Oh, very nice to meet you. It's about time you showed up.
Well, I lost the first invitation. It never came. Had a fancy wax seal on it and never showed up.
Wait. If it never showed up, how do you know about the fancy wax seal? That smells some bullshit.
I think it's the wax you're sniffing.
Hello, everybody. We're in for another episode of the live action. We're finally going to start rolling in the guests. All right. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves before we dive into this here episode?
I mean, yeah, I think I am Taco at this
You
point.
think?
Yes,
Depends on the day.
yes, my name is Taco. I'm sure I think I've been on the podcast a few times already before. I'm just a member of the fan base, member of the community, all that fun stuff. Movie nights.
Mm-hmm.
That's me.
Hey, I'm Skimpy and I hate it here.
There are 2 types of people.
two halves of the same man.
No, my name is Skimpy and I'm usually making a menace in the Discord.
What's your full name?
Cornelius Skimpy Skimperton IV, Esquire.
There you go.
That's not your real. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, you never get it right, so how would you know?
No, it was like Skimpy Cornelius.
No, it's Cornelius Skimpy Skimperton IV, Esquire. How you gonna tell me?
Right.
How you gonna tell me my own name's wrong?
Because you're a figment of my imagination. But we'll talk about that another time.
We haven't even really started, and I'm already angry at you.
It's going to be a hell of a first hour. How about we read a summary and then get into what we thought of this episode?
Aye, sir.
Good whale hunting. After the tumultuous crossing of Reverse Mountain, the gang's respite is cut short when they suddenly find themselves inside the belly of a giant whale. Luffy, being the only one not inside said belly, meets lighthouse keeper Crocus. While initially reluctant to help, Crocus soon discovers that this rubber punk has no intention of letting a speck of peace exist until his friends are saved. Crocus explains that the whale's name is Laboon. He arrived along with the Rumbar pirates who decided to leave him behind for fear of the unknown dangers of the Grand Line. Laboon stayed put on the promise that they'd return one day, but that day never came. Unable to accept it, Laboon slams into the rocky walls of the Red Line every day, determined to break through to find his friends. Desperate to save his friends, Luffy sings to the whale and pleads for their release. They emerge from the belly along with Miss Wednesday and Mr. Nine, 2 members of Baroque Works. Not wanting Laboon to suffer after their departure, Luffy paints a Jolly Roger on the whale's head with the promise to return. At the very end of the episode, we learn that Crocus was an associate of the one and only Gold Roger. Though, if anyone bothered to pay attention, they would have surmised it from the giant picture frame mounted on the wall.
It was right there.
It was right there the whole time.
Not only that, there's also small hints too. Like his chair has the Oro Jackson on it.
Shit, I didn't notice that. What the?
Oh, that's a new one. I didn't notice that either.
Oh, you didn't?
Wait, were you paying attention?
No.
You were paying attention?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you could see it before he sits down. It's just the Oro Jackson on the back of the chair.
Damn.
Hold on. Zoom and enhance.
Zoom and enhance. Kowalski. I'm also not terribly familiar. The only thing I remember about the looks of the Oro Jackson is the mermaid figurehead, which I guess is probably its most defining feature anyway.
It's kind of hard to see because it is like torn up and ragged, but it's there.
What you said? The chair? What was it?
His chair, like the chair he sits in when he puts the record on and like relax.
Yeah.
Launch. Oh,
Yeah, before Luffy busts in. So it's got like a little mini Oro Jackson on it.
Yeah, it's like on the back.
Oh,
what other clues did I miss? Give me more.
I'm sure there's a million of them.
I don't know. That was the only one I was really paying attention
You said
to.
there were many.
What do we feel about the reverse mountain scene?
Here's my question: has anyone been on open water with like rough waves and shit?
No, sir.
Not rough, choppy waves like that. No.
Taco, have you?
No, I haven't. But when I went to the Niagara region, and I don't know if you kind of like Google Niagara whitewater rapids, I'm sure you can see what I'm talking about because it's actually really a force of nature. it's crazy, and but this is going upwards, which I think the show did a good job with it. To be honest,
why the sailing question?
Because they portray it really well, like fighting the waves, trying to get footing. It is going up. That is the difference. I've never had a current go up before, but
yeah.
Even getting like in rough waves like that, keeping your footing, keeping your ground, being shuffled around, they really did that pretty well, I think.
Production on this is definitely something the show will always have going for it, and that's like its like strongest, like that's just one of its strengths, I think, in my opinion. So, however, there is a few shots of Laboon I do have questions
They're
about.
being very brave with the amount of like daytime CGI they're using.
Do you think we're also biased because we started watching like the anime or reading the manga?
110% I am biased because of that. But yeah, I'm not sure what everyone else.
I think my take on the reverse thing was that I really enjoyed the visuals. I did not like the performance of some of the characters and also the music. I feel like we were lacking in that music department. They didn't have a sick ass climbing the mountain track because that's like half of One Piece. That's just like big cool thing happens. We're about to drop some really cool audio that no one's gonna argue is a perfect fit for this moment. Even if it is, we are for the 100th time.
I guess, but they didn't have like real adventuring music because it's more of a severe thing, right? A lot of ships don't make it up this mountain, and they had a bunch of close calls going up there. So it wasn't more like an adventure. It was more like, oh shit, are we going to make it?
Well, yeah, wasn't there like a semi-tense kind of soundtrack going on underneath it?
I think so.
I get that part, but it's like I need the payoff, like the oh shit, they're at the picky top, and then it like drops the music, and then suddenly it disappears because Laboon is in the way.
I wasn't really paying too much attention to the music in the scene. I guess I kind of was a little bit more immersed in the action. I will say the performance of the characters when these guys are in action, I feel they are in their more comfort portraying these characters.
I think some do. I think some people are kind of stiff.
Oh yeah, like who? Tell me more. Who do you feel like is kind of lacking in that area?
Personally, I like the Luffy. I don't know his acting name or the actor's name because I suck with actors. But I like the dude as Luffy. I think he just tries too hard. Like he's tried to be so animated that he looks stiff.
That's a new opinion. I think most of the time I hear that he's doing a fantastic job as Luffy. You might be the first person to tell me that he's overacting that role.
I think he does the look of Luffy really well. Like I couldn't think of a better person to play him. I just think he's trying a little too hard.
There is a couple lines where I'm like, I feel like Luffy in the like way we know him, this would work. We need to find a different way of showing enthusiasm that isn't just
Screaming?
Screaming, but also just saying a dumb line. There was one specific line. It was like, no one is going to get in the way of Monkey D. Luffy and his crew. And it's like, okay, speaking in the third person, there's too much going on here.
I've noticed that too. And it's just, the problem is that he's doing it for the trailer. I think the whole show kind of suffers from this, where they just want to say these lines or hit these marks and hit these like story notes that it's hard to take it serious. But there's moments where he has this, like, it seems natural to him, and there's I wish they just give him more time to do ad libs.
It's like they have a quota of famous One Piece lines that they have to go through, and they have to squeeze everything into that.
Right. I feel where you're coming from on it, and it is a little goofy. I think that they all kind of have it, but Luffy he's the loud, boisterous character, so he's gonna inflict that sort of deal on you a lot more than anyone else.
So here's my contradicting take, because after all I just said is I really enjoyed this episode because I think they kind of go away from the source material, and I feel like a good word for it is it comes off refreshing as someone that has watched the anime and is watching the live action, and I wish they do more in terms of being themselves and having their own identity.
So far, I enjoy it, even though there are some weird points where I think their acting's trying too hard or being stiff or just weird placements. I do like some of the stuff they've added, definitely in the first episode with some people they just put in.
Mm-hmm.
And just like Taco, I didn't watch it. I actually just have the manga, so I just read through the book real quick that has Laboon and stuff. And I think I like the show better than I like what they did in the anime, because they added more to it. They made it more filling in content. Like they showed the Rumbar pirates. It made the connection with Laboon make more sense.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like Crocus not in the whale,
Yeah.
to be quite honest. I think it makes more sense for him to be chilling at the lighthouse than him being inside the whale.
Wait, I forgot. He was in the whale?
Yeah, he was in the
Yeah.
whale. And the inside of the whale was like metal too.
They also mention it too, like, Luffy nudges Crocus. It's like, hey, it would be pretty cool if you lived inside Laboon.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
they mention it.
I thought they were dropping that as Laboon will return and Crocus will be inside him as a mecha.
See, that would be cool.
Now that's an idea.
Mecha Laboon. That'd be sweet.
Mecha Laboon. And we enjoyed the entire Laboon look.
Okay, so I wanted to mention this about when you asked earlier, or just brought up earlier, that they're doing a lot of CG in daylight time. I think Laboon is kind of an initial test for this. This is kind of the point where they're like, all right, let's give a hard test to the people and that are animating this show and see what they can do with it. As far as Laboon goes, I thought it was pretty decent. Sometimes I think what actually looks a little weirder is the water. I think the water looks too fake sometimes, and it looks like I feel like I'm looking at a toy ship on just a green screen platform, and they just put water effects over top of it sometimes.
Have you ever talked about the stretching? I feel like stretching is very hard to do in media or CGI. I feel like they never could get stretching right.
I noticed that a lot of that what makes his power janky is just there's a lack of momentum. Like there's no momentum in his moves, in his movement. They tried to do the whip thing, and even that was like a slow wind up. I think the biggest instance in this set of episodes is when he swings to Laboon. When he right before he sings to him, he does those like little Spider-Man swing.
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting for the scene to cut, and it just wasn't cutting, and he was still swinging across.
It did go a little too long.
No gravity affected this dude. He was just gliding across as if he had like a parachute on. We need to ramp that speed up, and I feel like that would work a bit better.
It's like the world's longest sword draw from what do you call
Gurren
it?
Lagann?
Gurren Lagann,
Yeah.
yes.
So I think if they try to reduce the amount of like setup in his moves, it would work a bit more. Because at the moment they have like the big gum action, and then it like pauses to create some sort of dramatic sense, and then he does the attack. We can cut that. We can cut that shorter. It would look cleaner, give real impact. I hope they do that later in the episodes, because I haven't seen any of the other ones.
How do we feel about the Rumbar pirates showing up kind of early?
For anyone that's just watching the live action, the Rumbar pirates are introduced in the anime and the manga just far down the line. I don't mind this. I think it's fun.
I do kind of see this as oldest like final cut of the story.
I did get that feeling, because there's no way he's not in that writing room being like, yeah, I think this would work better. I would change that. I would do this. I would do that. And the writers being the writers, they're like, this is the great Oda-san. Like, well, who are we to disagree with his decisions? But yeah, I get that sense too. This is just like a rewrite for him.
I feel like we're all tiptoeing around on another major scene that happened which is not my favorite scene in probably the whole episode. It's inside the whale. I thought it was probably the weakest of the whole episode.
Which part? Just the whole thing?
I didn't really care for the whole thing, to be quite honest.
But why?
I think it's because there really wasn't, it didn't show urgency to get out of the whale quick enough.
That's true.
I mean, they showed they showed like the wood and the stomach acid like dissolving, but I think it would have been better if they like Usopp came from the bottom and go, guys, the berry's melting or something.
I think that one of my least favorite parts of being inside the belly was just this scene of trying to rescue Usopp. It just felt like it went too long, you know, like there just kept being thing after thing that went wrong, and then we fixed it, but then another thing goes wrong, and then until finally we get Miss Wednesday cutting loose and actually helping them, and it's like
there was a lot going on there. One, why is Zoro so weak all of a sudden? I feel like he could have single-handedly just grabbed Usopp.
Like for starters, they try to explain it away by saying that the railing is wet. I'm just like, that's
not even that. Have him be the one to grab Usopp. He's just gonna pull him. It's just, I got you, Usopp. Grabs one hand, one pinky, and be like, here, you're fine.
Yeah, I don't know. It just felt like such artificially created tension that I didn't need. I don't know. Or they could have just done it some other way.
Well, it's like danger that make danger, right? It's kind of like the urgency of the stomach acid. It's like, oh, we're going to dissolve. Who knows how long?
You telling me you didn't enjoy any of that inside the whale stuff?
I enjoyed one part, and it was when Zoro was making the spear, and they were talking about the uvula, and he goes, "It's a girl whale."
That was one of my quotes. You asshole.
Yeah. I can't believe Zoro knows what a uterus is. Assuming that's the
he doesn't know. He just guesses.
Part.
He's just like, oh.
It started with the U. So it must be the same thing.
Yeah.
His performance is starting to get more comedic in like a himbo type of way, where he's just a dumb, strong dude, and that is his purpose for now.
Yeah, which is, to be fair, what Zoro is. And the actor McKenyu is getting there. I still don't think he's quite there, but this episode is better than the first episode.
Nah, his dry lines are selling me. I'm sold.
I'm not sold yet. It can be better.
He's making me laugh more than he did last season, and I think that's somewhat positive. And again, he's, for me, a standout.
Did anyone else have like least favorite parts of the episode? Like one of my other parts I didn't like, they kind of done Crocus really dirty.
Oh yeah, go on.
What?
Okay.
They didn't really show how strong Crocus was. Like, think about it in the anime. What does he do when you first see him? He dives straight first into stomach acid, swims to the other side to a ladder to inject Laboon with the sedative.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't really show skill or strength in the live action.
He's just an old man in this one. Yeah.
Yeah. It would be cool if he was shooting the spear gun and he just missed like Luffy's head or something, like to show some kind of skill. I don't know.
Maybe a cooler scene of him diving from like a cliff down just for the sake of it. Luffy's just literally like, oh shit, I thought he died, but he's down there just chilling. That's just his morning routine.
Like, they just don't show how strong he is. And we know that he's tough.
They have to start implementing these like crazy strength things, because he's not much older than a lot of the characters we know later on.
Common anime trope, really strong old guy. And Crocus is supposed to be the first example of this. So, you know, I had kind of forgotten that. So I'm glad, Skimpy, that you brought that up, because you're right. I think in that context, they have done Crocus a little bit dirty. I think there's a way to do it where you can show off that strength and still have him be, you know, the same actor who's skinnier, not very muscular. Crocus in the anime, bigger guy, but still old. I think that there are ways that this could have happened and we could have satisfied both conditions, but we've gotten this version of him that he's just tired. Like he just looked done with everything. Pretty much.
Which I don't blame him. I mean, he's been running that lighthouse for years. How many pirates he's seen go through, and just, he knows that, oh, they're goners.
Yeah. And Laboon's been here for 20 some odd of those years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask one of you that are more caught up on the anime to Google this, just so that I'm avoiding spoilers. Tell me what the age difference is between Crocus and Garp. That's a good sort of reference point for what they could have done in the live action. I feel as though they're not. Crocus is probably older. Is it insane? Is it actually way more?
Garp is older than Crocus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's even worse. Then I figured they were going to be close, but Crocus was still going to be older. If Garp is older, then I'm lacking. I'm fully on Skimpy's side now. We could have done something a lot better with this then.
Garp is 76. Crocus is 71.
Wow.
What if they didn't show strength, right? What if they just showed his skill?
Even just like a level of spryness, right? Just have him like be a little bit more upbeat. Like he can be upbeat if he wants to, but he chooses to always be casual because he's like, I've been through it. I don't really need to try as hard as everybody else.
What if Luffy did that swing thing over the Spider-Man swing over to the ledge, and by the time he got there, Crocus was already there? Like what? Like that would have been sick as fuck. Like whoa. What? Where did you come from? How did you do that exactly?
I don't know how they would do it with the way how they wrote it, though. There's not a good way.
How do we feel about our introductions to Miss Wednesday and Mr. Nine?
Did they say why they're in the whale, or they got swallowed?
They never said that.
Their ship also went over Reverse Mountain and got swallowed by Laboon, and then theirs got destroyed. That, I think, is the context we get.
Okay.
That's the more of the implication. It wasn't like pretty much said, though. But I kind of enjoyed more of, to be honest, I really enjoyed how they introduced her. She seemed more of a threat in supposed to the anime where...
Did he just use her?
Yeah.
Wait.
It's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Oh, sorry. What did I say? Miss Wednesday. I said Miss Wednesday.
You said Miss Wednesday.
Yep.
Like I said Miss Wednesday. I don't know.
You said Miss Wednesday,
but
your Discord skipped. That's why I was confused. I didn't hear.
Oh,
proper.
okay. Yeah. So...
Dude, honestly, I love her weapon. The weapon in the show was like kind of cool, but in the live action, I think they made it even cooler than before, to be honest.
Yeah, it's more of a threat because before it seems kind of silly. It's like these little Beyblade or like fidget spinners.
Yeah, just on strings. They're like yo-yos, but sharp.
For some reason, I'm a big fan of many costumes in the show, but for some reason, Mr. Nine's costume, it just seems so like, even I think the actor too, they picked a good job for the actor, and for some reason it seems like exactly what the actor would, or what the character would look like live action.
Mm-hmm.
They did a good job with the casting. I'm not sure what his name is. I wish I could give him credit, but
I will say that the casting in the live action, like if I think of what this character would look like in person, is they pretty much nailed every single one, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
If there was like a C or D plot, it would be somewhere along Nami's confidence and navigation, because they really hit home that, ooh, you boat landed in a giant whale. That's crazy. My navigator wouldn't have done that. Me personally, I wouldn't have done that.
Navigator did.
Yeah.
You did that? Ooh.
Hey man, I tried dodging, dude. You see how big this damn whale is?
The whale literally stood in front of the opening.
I just opened its mouth. What was I supposed to do? Fly over
He's like,
it?
oh fuck, that's on me. I did something wrong.
Yeah. And then she gets even more in her own feels too when Wednesday brings up the log pose, and we're like, oh man, you don't know about log poses either? Who is this? You call yourself a navigator?
So supposedly, like, Miss Wednesday steals her compass. But if she knows the compass doesn't work, what the hell's the point of stealing it?
She's just a hater. It's just straight hater energy.
Yeah, just to troll, just to fuck with you.
Bro,
you know?
it would have been more damaging if they used the compass. I would have just left it.
Maybe Ms. Wednesday was doing Nami a favor? Question mark.
It would have been a good way to show like Crocus's knowledge, right? And it's like, well, compasses don't work here. Here, try this, and throw him the log pose or something. I don't know. They done Crocus dirty. I'm mad about it. I hate it. Crocus is a cool. He's a cool character, man. He's a pretty cool dude.
Yes.
And I think they just kind of did him wrong. How do we feel about Luffy singing to Laboon?
And this is one of those things where I like that he fought him in the anime. He develops a relationship with Laboon that way, but it makes more sense that he does it with Bing Sake. One thing I have a problem with it though, and this might be crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tone deaf too, but he seems like a really good singer. Luffy's not a good singer. What the fuck's up with that?
This is the line in the sand. This is where the live action gets shit. Luffy, too good of a singer. Get him out of here.
Yeah, get out of here. That's a character death right there.
That's a character death.
That's crazy.
He's kind of right. It implies we're not going to get the ultimate Luffy singing moment later on.
I doubt
exactly.
they were ever gonna take their stab at that.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What if they do and he's like his voice cracks just really loud?
I think the last bit of plot here to talk about is with Garp and Smoker. So first, I'm curious. We talked about this last week, but what do you two think about Smoker's portrayal so far?
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I like the actor. I have a hard time taking him serious. And this might be a hot take, but because of his costume.
Or because the costume?
He seems almost like a parody. I don't know what it is about his costume. It just seems so on the nose. It's like I just wish they did something different.
It's the hair, dude. I've been saying it's the hair. He has too
I think
slicky
it might
hair.
be the hair.
I think it is the
It
hair.
needs to be imperfect. We need to see the hair fluff around.
Yeah.
I think it needs to be a bit more silver. I don't think Smoke's that white.
More silver?
No, I think Jordy's onto it. I think it's just too perfect. It doesn't move. It's just like this man invested in so much hairspray. It's just stuck.
I think it was a little bit more tolerable. Maybe I've just been exposed to it for a second episode and I'm ignoring it. But the way he talks is what just kind of gets me. He's too... There's something too macho bro-y to the way that he projects his voice. And I don't like it that much.
You think it's too monotone, or is it just there's no like oomph to it?
I don't know if it's monotone. He sounds like he's trying. The actor sounds like he's trying, to me, too hard to be like manly man guy. Tashigi, I ordered you to stay here and watch this while I go out on adventures.
I always took it as he smokes a bunch of cigars, so he always has smoke in his mouth. So his voice is going to sound muffled already, no matter what.
I don't think that's it. I
Man
don't think
smokes
that's it.
2 cigars at a time.
He would not sound like he dry shoots creatine and protein powder if he smoked 82 cigars a day like he clearly does.
He seems to be the central beef focus since with all the dialogue we got here with Garb. It's almost as if Garb gave him, like, passed the torch to him. Like, here, B story is your problem now. You know?
Yeah.
Like, B as in Baroque's works. Like,
hey.
My biggest critique with the last episode or the last season is that they didn't have enough breathing room, and now they got it in this season, and I feel like they're not taking as much opportunity with it as they could. But I also agree I also like stick with my point that I enjoyed this added context with Smoker and Garb, you know, regardless. I think this is like again, where I say this is like the transfer of torch of Garb passing the B story to Smoker. And I think we're going to need this for eventually down the line because he's going to be the B story.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense that they needed that visual cue of the passing of the torch in the like story thematics.
Here's an idea I just thought of. What if like Garp is using Smoker to keep an eye on Luffy, right? Just to keep informed, just to stay updated while he can't be out and about because he's a high-ranking officer.
He's just playing the long game. He told him not to chase Luffy and then give him an order that happens to be...
Well, he sees himself in him, right? Because that's what he did with Roger. And he knows he's not going to listen to orders like he didn't listen to orders because he sees himself in Smoker.
God damn,
right.
Garb's a manipulator. Whoa, hold
the
on.
cycle continues.
I don't know if anyone caught this earlier, or maybe I missed it, but they never brought up that Zoro recognized Tashigi as Kuina, right? So it almost seems as if they're going a different route with Tashigi. And I'm all in for it.
They did.
Yeah.
He mentioned it. They mentioned it in the first episode, I think.
Yeah, he does.
Did he?
Yeah, when they first run into each other before he gets to the sword shop, he goes, Kuina? And then she puts her glasses on. He's like, oh, never mind.
All right, well, don't mind me. I'm not paying attention.
That's kind of, well, yeah, that's no surprise. That's kind of where I'm getting at, where that in context of, like, in the anime, where she, like, chooses her side of justice. It shows, like, she's had this conflict for a while, and it's not, in the anime, it seems kind of sudden change. It's like, oh, I see the truth in front of me, but it's like, oh, this conflict has been dwelling on her for a minute. And I like that duality of, oh, should I be a Marine or should I join this crazy organization?
Isn't it a little wild to be like, ooh, Marine person? Let me go ask them to join our secret organization.
Why not? Not if they're conflicted with like already being a Marine anyway.
How would she know?
No, I I totally agree with Jordy. Like, well, that's like the stupidest thing to do as a secret organization.
So there's two things here. It's either she knows somehow and we don't know why, or this is a long play and she's setting up the Marines for something else. One or two.
Could be.
Miss All Sunday?
I see it as information, right, for them. Tashiki's a high-ranking officer, and she probably knows secrets that some people don't.
I think it's just more maybe. I think more like a criminal. There's a more suave way to recruit a criminal or recruit a officer of the law. You know, as opposed to like, hey, here's my business card for my secret organization.
It says it on the card. This is our little organization.
They were pretty fly business cards.
But since we're here, can we get a Tashiki dancing sticker or something in the Discord server? Because that dance was just like a vibe, you know, with her like being recruited to. Yeah.
Well, we're inside a whale, and you're thinking about Tashiki dancing right now. What the actual?
Hey man, you gotta get a little bit of joy in there.
It was a vibe. Yeah, it was a vibe when she got her like way because she stood up for herself. You ever stand up for yourself? You get your way, and you just want to do a little dance.
Do you see how that goes for me? Doesn't turn out very well.
Well, when the day happens, I hope you do a dance like that.
Thanks, buddy.
There you go. Nothing more positive vibes.
Do a little dance.
Yeah. Get down tonight.
I think that covers everything, right? There's really not much else.
Yeah, I feel like we've done a pretty good job of getting to the heart of what happened in these episodes.
All right. Next week, we're doing episode 3.
Wow.
Crazy. All right, well, it might have been sniped, but if people got quotes, because I got none.
I didn't know I was supposed to take any, so I skipped that part.
Get a load of this guy. Anyway, I don't have any quotes either.
All right.
I had like one or two. Hold on.
I mean, I think my biggest gripe, I don't think there was that much terribly quotable in these episodes, to be honest.
I have one quote where Zoro was talking to Nami about having a plan or whatnot, and in my mind went straight like, what, you're just gonna cut the way open?
We need to find a way out of here.
Why don't you let me come up with a plan this time?
I didn't know the whale was gonna be there, okay? At least I didn't break the whipstaff with my giant muscles. Not a compliment.
Not a compliment. I'll handle it.
A sword isn't gonna get us out of a whale.
Zoro just being Zoro.
I think she does the same too. She goes, you can't just cut it open. That's not how this works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I think he goes, so the quote is like, so I made a bigger sword, you know, like he's like, you can't cut it open with a sword. And he's like, I know, I can't cut it open with a sword. So I made a bigger sword.
Big sword.
I'm like, okay. You made a harpoon, first of all.
yeah, I guess my quote is Zoro being an idiot.
Can my quote just be the whole Binks' Brew song?
After all is said and done, you'll end up a skeleton. So spread your tail from dawn till dusk upon these foamy seas.
Sure.
It did save the day at the end of the episode.
It's true. Is that your Golden Ham nomination, Bink Sake?
No.
In that case, if nobody else has any more quotes, let's move into the Golden Ham, and you can tell me what your Golden Ham nominee is, in fact.
Well, this is going to shock you, but the Golden Ham is me.
Crocus.
I won.
Oh.
No, me.
I was going to say Crocus.
If Crocus was much more of a badass, he could have it. He should get it because he was so screwed over.
I'll give it because he had the strongest performance.
You think Crocus had the strongest performance? Is that what you just said?
That's kind of wild. I don't know about that one.
I don't know, man.
I just liked him. As soon as he just like he said his first line, I was like, I love this guy.
What's the captain's name from the Rumba parts?
That is a great question.
I want to give it to that guy.
Yorkie?
That guy was Yorkie. He was so
Yorkie.
chill. He popped up. He was like, "Yo, apologies for landing at your port. We just got to repair our ships. We're happy to share whatever we got with you." And Crocus is like, "I got food. I got everything I need here. You got nothing. You got Bev though."
You share your dock with us, and we'll share our music and our food with you.
I hate your music, and I have more than enough food.
Then perhaps some of our booze?
Crocus goes,
Oh, wait, hold on.
But wait. Not only did he share his booze, but he also shared the problem of bringing a whale.
If you listen listen back to that conversation, it actually seems like Crocus is tricking him into leaving the whale behind. Like, just like personally, he's like, shit, they got a cool ass whale. I kind of want that. I'm gonna just tell them, hey, this whale of yours is gonna get eaten alive out there. I'm telling you, if you love that whale, you better just leave it here. Just let you know, it's crazy out there.
He's been thinking of the mech whale the whole time.
Oh shit!
Wow, shit! It's like someone trying to take Gizmo away from me.
Let's give the golden ham to Mecha Laboon.
I'm down with that. I'm so down with that. That's the best idea of 2026 so far.
Crocus got screwed over in the live action. Now you're going to screw him over in their own show.
Mecha Laboon.
That's crazy.
Mecha Laboon. Mecha Laboon. I'm so on this ship.
I'm going for Captain Yorkie.
Cap Yorkie, man.
No, I'm not doing Captain Yorkie. That's wild.
That's my pick, right? You don't gotta agree.
I don't like any of these options.
You don't like Crocus?
You don't like Crocus?
You don't like Crocus? You don't like Flower Man himself?
I like Crocus, but I've been convinced that the version of him that we got in this is like
you were the one that convinced me.
I know, right? All of a sudden, Skimpy's Crocus.
Who's better than Crocus? Really, Yorkie? You want to be with Jordy?
Yeah. No. I don't think Yorkie's better. For all the flaws, I don't think Yorkie's better. I don't know, bro. I'll give it a Miss Wednesday.
She really didn't do anything though, but save Usopp once.
So what are the options?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. There are no options.
I'm not giving it. I'm not giving it to Yorkie. That's like, if that's the option, I'm saying no to that. I'm going with Crocus. I mean, how about this Luffy? Why not Luffy? Because I think he did good with the big sake. I felt something when he paid to Laboon, you know?
Yeah, but Crocus set all that up for him, though.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Okay, so are we giving it to Crocus?
Yeah, but I don't want to agree with you. Pick something different.
You make a compelling argument in there's basically nobody else. So I don't know. I mean, I'll give it a Crocus, sure. Yeah, we can vote for Crocus. I'm not on the Yorkie train. Yorkie's not that compelling.
Fight for Yorkie.
How about we give it to Zoro for making a harpoon? Because that's something, right?
It's something. It's not golden ham something.
He didn't use it, but he came up with the plan and no one else did. That's golden ham material if I've ever fucking seen it.
Nah,
yeah, but it didn't work.
Missed me with that one.
All right. Okay, so we'll give it to Crocus. I tried Zoro fans. I tried.
The whole reason that Yorkie is a compelling pick here is because he has the same role as Luffy. And Luffy is a stubborn bastard just like Yorkie was, but Yorkie was willing to listen to the wise old man who was telling him, hey, your whale is going to get in danger out there. And he had to think about that and said, you're probably right. And my crew is going to go to hell and back to save that whale, and it's going to be the end of us. So there's an instance where we make it out alive, and that's cool. But there's also an instance where we not only lose the whale, I lose my entire crew. So I have to make the tough decision and be like, we're going to leave behind the whale. We've loved this whale way too much to be putting him in danger. And effectively also ourselves.
But he didn't think about that till after he put the whale in danger.
Not even until after Crocus even said something.
Like, the whale's already in danger by being in the side of the ocean, the red line.
You know what? He was following them.
I'm thinking about what Jordy said. You know what? I think he's right. I'm going to vote for Laboon.
That's just a wasted vote.
I feel like 12 angry men, and we're just 4 of us. No, wait,
Skimpy, that just gives them the win. They got 2 for Crocus. That's it.
Yeah, I still win no matter what. I don't care.
Okay. Yeah, he said his word.
Skimpy wins twice. He voted for a different one than Taco, and Crocus won.
Name's Crocus. Occupation, lighthouse keeper. 71 years old. Gemini, type AB blood.
All right. Well, we've reached the end of our One Piece segment here, but we'd like to showcase you guys a little bit. So I have a question for you both that's not One Piece related here. What tell me about something that isn't One Piece related that you're into right now, that you're obsessed with.
If I can plug y'all. Y'all have a Minecraft server I've been in for like a week or 2 now. That's been a fun blast.
His obsession is Cobblemon.
Dude, Cobblemon is amazing. I'm having so much fun. Skimpy Park is going to be great. Just wait.
Skimpy
Park in Cobblemon.
Yeah, dude. I'm going to have like a giant zoo. I just want to capture all the Pokemon. It's going to be great. It's going to be roller coasters.
It's going to be like This is gonna be like we all go there, and then the Pokemons get loose, and it's like
Oh, we
Jurassic
can
Park,
go there.
but-
You're not allowed, Taco.
Skimpy Park. Oh,
Damn.
I actually have
There's a big sign outside.
I have a spot for you, and it's actually outside
No
the park.
tacos allowed.
all right. So never mind then.
There's some kid at the front door with his like birria tacos, and he's like, "Oh
How about you,
man,
Taco? What are you obsessed about?
At the current moment, it took me a while to think about it because I wasn't really too obsessed with a lot of things.
I can name one.
What? Oh, wait. Well, okay. Hold on. But
He's like, wait, don't call me out.
Yeah, wait. I don't know what he's even gonna say, but don't. Wait. Let me.
Don't worry, we have the power. We have the power of editing.
I just recently actually got tickets for a World Cup game, and not only is it the first game in Canada for the World Cup of 2026, it's like the first game in Canada ever in history.
Oh,
I'm just looking forward to that, and I got the tickets before the actual qualifying team has qualified. So I'm also looking forward to seeing who does qualify. But the favorite is actually Italy. It's gonna be a lot of energy there, and I that's something I look forward to, and it's something I can't stop thinking about.
sick.
But Taco, my buddy, my friend, I think you should talk about your true addiction, your true love,
What's up?
World of Warcraft.
Oh,
That was a very sad
there's not enough time to talk about that right now.
I have a question for you, Taco. Have you been grinding WoW in the background while this recording's been going on?
No, I have not.
All right.
Oh, that was a good question.
How about you, Skimpy? You've been grinding Cobblemon in the background?
I have not actually.
Oh, wow. I thought I'd get at least one of you with that.
I don't think I could have focused seeing a crazy Cobblemon Pokemon and I'll go, oh shit. I'll go, oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Ho-Oh just showed up.
Yeah, my bad. Saw fucking Bulbasaur or something.
All right. Well, speaking of nerd shit, the second question kind of flows into that, but with a little bit more of a make you come up with something on spot. If you guys were a playing card, what sort of rarity, effect, and image would be featured on it? So if you're like a Yu-Gi-Oh or a Magic the Gathering card, what's the picture? What do you look like? And what kind of effect do you impose on the battlefield? And are you like a rare card, or are you just like a common 50 cent whatever?
Okay, I just came up with something right now.
Hit me.
My card is the deal with it card, and the picture of it is just like me with like those like deal with it glasses, like the meme glasses. I guess if you don't have a picture of me, think of a taco with the Thug Life meme on it with like a little blunt, a little chain on it. Deal with it, and you're forced to just party, and it's almost as if it's a stun, and this is an epic rarity.
Whoa.
Epic rarity, huh?
Yeah, and you're stunned for 5 seconds or 5 turns. No, 3 turns.
Oh my god, this card's fucking OP. Jesus Christ.
Details can be worked out later.
Oh my god.
All right.
done for 3
We can
turns.
patch it after. We can patch it
My
after.
god.
What if there's an adjacent card that with it where it's Taco like passed out on the couch or something?
yeah.
It's the trap card variant where it's like it counters specifically the deal with it card.
But you actually have to dance. For your turn.
Oh, you have to dance too. Okay.
Yeah. You have to dance. Yeah. There you go. Now it's complete. There you go. No more rules. No more. I'm done. My turn's done.
All right. Skimpy, what do you got? What kind of card are you?
I would be, let's say I'm 2 cards, right?
Oh, a pair. All right.
All right. The first card is called Deep Sigh. Deep Sigh Rage Boiling. And it's a stacking card. And once you hit the max stacks, it's called Breaking Point. And it's just me yelling at Taco usually.
Is this the card that negates deal with it?
Negates deal with it. There you go. Negates any card.
If you hit max stacks, remove all deal with it's from the field and banish them.
Yeah, banish them. Never can be played again.
Mm-hmm.
Put them in the shame corner.
I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question. I actually really don't know.
You put it in they're banished in the most literal sense, like a tiny pocket shredder, paper shredder shows up and you have to put the deal with it card in there.
I like the idea every time he plays a deal with it card, it just adds a stack until it hits breaking point.
So both of you have more like a spell card type. You're not really monsters. You're like a spell or a trap card or whatever the equivalent in Magic is.
I was thinking about that. Like, what would the monster card be? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be a monster card. You both seem like you enjoy your spells.
Let's be honest, guys. You see us as fighters? I don't know. Unless we're fighting with words, I don't think.
If it's a stacking card, what rarity would it be? Just a standard spell card?
And there would be multiple rarities, and the ultimate would be like a full art,
Multiple rarities.
probably.
It's not really how that works, but
What? There's commons, and you can get full arts.
I wonder who's going to be the first one to claim to be a monster.
Who else is going to be on?
We'll
Tell us the list right now.
Nah,
Who's gonna be
you'll
on?
figure that out as it comes out. It's tough.
It's classified.
I definitely will never figure out. Someone's going to have to tell me later. But
The world of skimping may never know.
Right.
That's it. You guys got things to plug as we out?
join the Discord. Come hang out with us. Be stupid.
Don't plug us. We do that every week.
I have nothing.
I've been working with someone on like another project, and it's my actual cousin. His name is Josh Renegade. Y'all should check him out. He's an up-and-coming punk rock artist, and he's gonna come out with an album soon. And we're gonna be making some gigs and stuff like that. So just keep, if you ever are interested in some new music and some new underground music, just check it out. Support your local artists, I guess.
Hell yeah.
Copy.
How's it local if it's on the internet?
Don't ask questions.
Support other local artists. Yeah, so don't ask questions, bro. Don't
think too hard. Hey, Skimpy, go back to losing the Elite Four.
Bro, they've been beating my ass all day. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm so upset. It's that ghost witch, man. She has powers.
That's where I got stuck too.
Oh yeah, I think you and me in the same spot now.
No more Kalmamon talk. I've had enough.
You should join and have fun and play with
Catch
us.
us. You know, if I do that, then it might be the end of my life too, and I don't know that I want that.
Dude, ever since Skimpy started, I haven't heard from him. Like, I can't remember the last time I even game with the guy. It's just thing over his head.
I do personal stuff and then Cobblemon because it's just a quick monitor flip. That's all I do.
All right.
Monday, Tuesday, Cobblemon. Wednesday,
Bye.
Thursday,
See you on episode 3, everybody.
Bye.
Friday, Saturday, Cobblemon.